Hey guys, so I'm cleaning up my yard and I had this container which had like a gas tank on top of it, and I kind of forgot what was going on, but around the outside there was all of these like bug remnants and streak marks. So I decided to be brave and open it up, and what I found was these bug carcasses. What was in there before was chicken feed, and it's been just sealed up and gross. So I'm gonna opt for throwing it into the compost, but just wanted to show you guys real quick what happens when you leave chicken feed sealed up inside the container. This is where that trash can was put out, and those are all the, let's see if I can, I like this little shell they leave behind. So like I was saying before, I came out and I said, let me clean up the yard some, and that bin over there around it was looking really gross. And I emptied it out, and there's all of these black soldier fly carcasses, and apparently those things were proliferating in there. So I naturally freaked out, and I'm like, oh, this is gross. But this is not the first time I've seen them. I knew they were black soldier fly carcasses because the first time I found one, which is why I haven't been able to actually put away my compost, and I really never end. I kind of have to dig it from the bottom because I turn this heap, I keep on adding. I have a lot of dry leaves, big ones, that fall. And right around now, I'll start getting breadfruit coming down, smashing down. So I was about to mix the compost heap, rake my yard and clean out these bins so that I can use them for some other stuff. And I found these. So after I emptied this out, I realized that they're quite beneficial. I went on and I did some quick research, and there's all these YouTube videos with people like breeding these things, and they're kind of like red worms or a worm compost bin, which I raise red worms and I use their castings separately. In here I get our native worms. I'll rake them in a little bit and show you what they look like. They're big guys. So I let those worms work over here. And now I'm just going to add these castings. I'm sure there's eggs because I see all these little kind of, let me see if I can close up on one of them. Yeah, you see that little, there it goes. That little red thing, I think those are eggs. So I'm just gonna mix this in with the compost and let it be what it is. And these guys are gonna get in there and really compost my stuff out. So the reason I stopped, I haven't figured out a good solution towards actually just separating the compost out. This is my little compost corner. There's like a gate there and a box so that it doesn't come through, and I just keep on turning it, and it does turn into compost. I can show you underneath. There's some nice, and it's really great stuff. I just don't know where to put it, because the times that I've put it into a bin, I end up with this infestation, which I guess is good. Maybe I just need to plan it out differently. And now I know why the chickens were, every time I noticed, they were on the concrete before they went broody and nuts on me. All right, that's a separate issue. Since I'm talking about compost real quick, I did want to bring up this little creepy area I have here. This is the back of my house, and I'm saving those containers because I found them, and I'm sure they'll be good use. But anyway, I bet it don't come back here. This is the back. It's all jungle-like, which is cool. I like the jungle, but this is always shaded, and you find critters in here. But this is actually really excellent material for that beneficial fungus. So I'm gonna rake this up and throw it into my compost. So I started raking. Just want to show you what's underneath. Natural compost. It's just a layer of dead leaves and high humidity, and all this I'm gonna sweep up. That's my. But this is where all that good leaf mold comes from, and I let it. Well, I let it accumulate. A, because I'm lazy. B, because this part's creepy. But I also know that it was naturally gonna do its job without having the sun mess with it. So I think it's time to clean this back up, this area back up. I'm trying to like rake it up, and it's like super thick. So I went and I got my shovel, and I'm shoveling it up, but look at all the earthworms. Just gone nuts in here. See, look, that's pretty. I let that stuff accumulate for a while this time. As I am sweeping up my leaves, raking up my leaves, I thought, what if I do raise them right over their cage so that they slide out and, you know, make something for the girls. We'll see how this goes. So I took like an old fan cover. I guess I could just put the thing there. True that. I don't need this. I can just, anyway. So I'm going to secure this to the cage, figure out if it needs to be covered or not. I put some compost. We got these little wormies in there. See if you can see that. I'm being overly ambitious on that. Let's see if you can see them. There we go. Yay! We got tiny little earthworms working up in there. And I believe that's the larva. And we got some grubbage. Goes with grubbage. So they should be, I should move this down a little bit. They should be just flopping right over into Henville. We'll see how that works out.